Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, depending on where you are in this world. God bless you. This is Gloria White coming to you from Utah, USA. Today we are in the book of Genesis, and we're almost finished with the book of Genesis as well. And we are in chapter 49, and there's one more chapter following. And chapter 49. And Jacob called unto his sons and said, Gather yourselves together, that I may tell you that which shall befall you in the latter days, or the last days. Gather yourselves together, and hear, ye sons of Jacob, and hearken unto Israel your father. Reuben, thou art my firstborn, my might, and the beginning of my strength, the excellency of dignity, and the excellency of power. Unstable as water, thou shalt not excel, because thou wentest up to thy father's bed, then defileth thou it. He went up to my couch, meaning he went in unto his mother. Verse 5. Simeon and Levi are brethren, instruments of cruelty are in their hands, or instruments of, hold on a second. Violence is in their hands, are in their habitations. O my soul, come not thou into their secret, or their counsel. Unto their assembly, mine honor, be not thou united. For in their anger they slew a man, and in their self-will they digged down a wall, or hamstrung an ox. In verse 7, Cursed be their anger, for it was fierce, and their wrath, for it was cruel. I will divide them in Jacob, and scatter them in Israel. Verse 8, Judah, thou art he whom thy brethren shall praise. Thy hand shall be in the neck of thine enemies, or on the neck of thine enemies. Thy father's children shall bow down before thee. Judah is a lion's whelp. From the prey, my son, thou art gone up. He stooped down or crouches. He crouched as a lion and as an old lion. Who shall rouse him up? The scepter, or the symbol of kingship, shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet, until Shiloh come, and unto him shall the gathering of the people be, or the obedience of the people. Now, who could he be talking about? And it is in verse 10 that I just read, that is an unfulfilled prophecy. So he's foretelling that Jesus is going to come from Judah. Verse 11, binding his foal, or his donkey, unto the vine, and his ass's colt, or the donkey's colt, unto the choice vine. He washed his garments in wine, and his clothes in the blood of grapes. His eyes shall be red, or darker than wine, and his teeth white with milk, or whiter than milk. Verse 13, Zebulun shall dwell at the haven of the sea, and he shall be a haven for ships, and his border shall be unto Zidon, or adjoin Zidon. 14, Issachar is a strong ass, or donkey, crouching or lying down between two burdens. And he saw that rest was good, and the land that was pleasant, and bowed his shoulder to bear, or to bear a burden, and became a servant unto tribute, or a band of slaves. Verse 16, Dan shall judge his people as one of the tribes of Israel. Verse 17, Dan shall be a serpent by the way, an adder or a viper by the path, that biteth the horse heels, so that his rider shall fall backward. Verse 18, I have waited for thy salvation, O Lord. Verse 19, Gad, a troop shall overcome him. He shall overcome at the last, or he shall, hold on one second, I'm sorry. He shall raid at the last. Verse 20, out of Asher his bread shall be fat, or rich, and he shall yield royal dainties. Verse 21, Naphtali is a hind, or a deer let loose. He giveth goodly words, or beautiful words. Verse 22, Joseph is a fruitful bough, even a fruitful bough by a well, whose branches run over the wall. Verse 23, the archers have sorely grieved him, or bitterly grieved him, and shot at him, and hated him. Verse 24, but his bow abide in strength, and the arms of his hands were made strong by the hands of the mighty God of Jacob. From thence is the shepherd, the stone of Israel. Verse 25, even by the God of thy father, who shall help thee, and by the Almighty, who shall bless thee with blessings of heaven above, blessings of the deep that lieth under, or, beneath, that lieth beneath, blessings of the breast and of the womb. Verse 26, the blessings of thy father have prevailed, or excelled above the blessings of my progenitors, or my ancestors, unto the utmost bound of the everlasting hills. They shall be on the head of Joseph, and on the crown of the head of him that was separate from his brethren. Verse 27, Benjamin shall ravine, or is as a ravenous as a wolf. In the morning he shall devour the prey, and at night he shall divide the spoil, or plunder. Verse 28, all these are the 12 tribes of Israel, and this is it that their father spake unto them, and blessed them. Every one according to his blessings he blessed them. And he charged them, and said unto them, I am to be gathered unto my people. Bury me with my fathers in the cave that is in the field of Ephron the Hittite, in the cave that is in the field of Machpelah, which is before Mamre in the land of Canaan, which Abraham bought with the field of Ephron the Hittite for a possession of a burying place, where they buried Abraham and Sarah his wife. There they buried Isaac and Rebekah his wife. And there I buried Leah. The purchase of the field and of the cave that is therein was from the children of Heth. And when Jacob had made an end of commanding his sons, he gathered, or drew up his feet into the bed, and yielded up the ghost, or breathed his last breath, and was gathered unto his people. Jacob, what a life he led. What beautiful sons he raised. And we know Judah, that the Lord Jesus Christ came from his seed. And as always, I love you.